Oh, yes, just how good is Tom Fellows? A call up for the England 21s and 2 assists on his debut. And who knows him better than our Baggies fans to preview the Millwall game this weekend and, of course, look ahead to the remaining 7 games of the season. Let's check in with them. How are you doing, lads? All right?
Yeah, great. Thank you, mate. How are you?
All right. Thank you, Dan. We're good.
Yeah, all good, mate. Thank you.
Excellent. Before I forget, did you enjoy the Wolves Coventry quarter final?
Yes, I had a very big smug look on my face. It was great.
It must have gone down well in the pubs across West Bromwich and the.
Oh yeah, pubs erupted.
Oh yes, 100%.
Okay. All right, we're going to have a chat about how good Tom Fellows is. We're going to talk about Millwall, West Brom's record at the Den, and we're going to bring in our Millwall fan for you to have a chat to about whether you're going to get kicked to shreds as Leeds did in their previous game. Let's talk first of all Tom Fellows. I mean, the obviously the presser running out of superlatives for this lad. Dan, you've been on this channel so many times already this year, lauding your wingers. Talk to me about how good Fellows is.
He's just a complete breath of fresh air, to be honest. Especially like such a young age. Like the lad's only 20, and he just seems like just so humble. Like when he does interviews, that he's completely grounded. He doesn't let things phase him, and when he's on the ball, wow, just the confidence just flows through him, and he can't do no wrong.
7 goal contributions in his last 11 championship games. Two goals with his right foot, 2 goals with his left foot, and 1 with his head. Aaron, that's like the perfect forward position, isn't it?
Well, I mean, considering he's a winger as well, you won't mind putting him up front at this rate. I mean, he's doing what he's there to do. To be fair, I mean, fair play to him. It's his first full season in the team. Really, I think last year was out on loan at was it Crawley? I think it was. Obviously, I think he'd done quite well to be fair, but obviously, I think he was only playing as maybe a wing back, so you wouldn't have expected this sort of output from him in terms of goals and assists and whatever it'll be. But it's you can't praise him enough. I think, as Dan was saying, he's a very humble player. He's a very how do you put him into words? It's hard to put him into words now because he just does so much well. I said an interview the other day, I think it was, or something, and someone said he still drives a Ford Fiesta, and I think that says a lot about him. Really, he's very focused on his football. He's not a flash player. He's not he doesn't care about what's in the background. He's fully focused on football, and that's exactly what you need coming up through the youth ranks straight into the first team. That's exactly what you want.
Nothing wrong with a Ford Fiesta, and if you're listening, Ford, yeah, we'll have some sponsorship. Dan, let's talk us through the last game then. Bristol City, wasn't it? We forecast here that it should have been a straightforward win for Albion. Were you impressed with what you saw?
It was just a typical run-of-the-mill game, to be honest. We just knew what we needed to do to get the 3 points, and it was just job done at the end of the day. Bristol City really didn't cause us any problems. We just done what we needed to do, get the 3 points, carry this win streak on.
Okay. Aaron, Leeds fans were very upset with Millwall in the last game because they came to kick them, and that hasn't been denied, I think, by many Millwall fans. How do you as a West Brom team set up against a team that's anti-football and is there to stop the play rather than create it?
I mean, you've got to stick to your style of play first and foremost. If you can get around a team like that when they're very, I can't say static because I wouldn't say they're a static team, but I think they're very rugged and very, they're there to just stand in the way and kick you away with the ball if needs be. But I think you should try and start and play your style of football. But if that doesn't work, you've got to have a plan B and potentially a plan C as well. And I think with having Corbyn in charge, I don't doubt he's already thought about a plan F, down the line. So hopefully we see some nice football would be nice. I mean, obviously we played that at home anyway, but to play that away from home against a team like Millwall, who you could probably say I always say it's unfair to say that they're not there to play football; they're there to just win the game, and by no means necessary. So it's one of those games where you're gonna what you're up against. it's in the Millwall against the Millwall team who are very determined. You know, they're not a bad team by any means of anything, but they're there to win the game, and especially at home under Neil Harris, they are going to pose a threat from set pieces or just anything in the box. Really, they are going to be a good team.
Okay. Speaking of our Millwall fan, and he can shout at me for calling his team anti-football. Good evening, George. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
George, Millwall have been getting some hard press at the moment for the way that Neil Harris has gone about it, and that you are becoming hard to beat, but you're also becoming hard to watch. What sort of game should the West Brom fans who are travelling to the Den on Friday expect, do you think?
I think you should expect a hostile atmosphere. I think you should expect a very physical game of football with plenty of challenges, I'm sure. And like Aaron said, we're not there to play fancy football. We're there to simply try win the game. And obviously results make points, and points means we stay in the division, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. But I'm looking forward to it. I think it will be a good atmosphere. I think it will be a tasty game of football. And if West Brom don't want to play into our hands, they want to stick to their game plan. They want to try play football, and if they play their football, they might break us down and score 1, maybe 2, maybe 3. Who knows? But they definitely want to stick to their game plan, because if they sort of play into our hands of making it a physical game and they get rattled early doors, then I think we could definitely nick something from the game.
Yeah. How do they beat you, George? Where's your weakness?
I think if they keep lots of the ball and they break us down, obviously, yes, I think they've got the strength in attack and the quality to break us down. I think if there's anything how we're going to win the game, it will probably be from a set piece or a free kick or something like that. So I would say try not to give away many fouls, because we've got obviously Cooper, Tanganga, Fleming, who are all very good from set pieces or in the box. So yeah, that's what I would say.
Okay. West Brom don't give away too many fouls, Dan. In fact, this match features the team that fouls the most in Millwall against the team that has given away the least amount of fouls in West Brom. You're a clean, angelic team now. You wouldn't used to say that at West Brom. Does that surprise you, that stat?
It does actually, yeah. But to be fair, I think I'd rather have a bit of fight in the team and not just, but don't give away too many fouls. Okay, you might have to give away the odd few if it's all, say, like they're on the counter attack, just bring them down in like the halfway line. But yeah, I think I'd rather have a bit of fight in the team than just be like the least fouled, or the one that gives away the least free kicks.
Dan, we've also talked about how many away grounds that West Brom have not had good records at, and the Den is another one. What do you put that down to? You've been to the Den a number of times yourself over a number of years. Why don't West Brom pick up many points at the Den? Do they just?
I think it's just the hostile atmosphere of and the whole reputation of the Millwall fans. I think that's what it is. Just a reputation, hostile atmosphere. So.
Okay. All right. Well, you two look after yourselves on Friday, won't you? Heading down there. George, will you welcome Jed Wallace back, by the way?
I think if you ask a lot of the fan base, they'll probably say no. He will get booed on Friday, but I think Jed expects that. Jed knows the club. He was here for a very long while, and I think he'll almost thrive off it as well. I won't personally, unless he scores and celebrates right in front of me, then I will. But I won't personally, because a lot of my childhood over the last couple of years, as a lot of the success has been with Jed in the team, and Jed was obviously for a long while our best player. So I'll always respect Jed. And obviously when our owner passed away sadly in the summer, a few of us, including myself, went down to the Den. And I actually saw Jed Wallace in the queue. He was ready to sign the book of condolence or whatever it was. So yes, and he's obviously got a lot of respect for the club, and I think the club and the fans respect him. But he knows what he's in for on Friday. He knows what he's in for.
Okay. All right, let's get some score predictions then. Dan, there's never been a 0-0 between Millwall and West Brom at the Den. So, hope I've not cursed it. What are you going with?
Well, it was a 0-0 like the first game of the season. So, and our home form is our away form, sorry, is picking up. So I'll go for a 2-0 win.
Okay. Aaron?
Yeah, I'd go the exact same as what Dan said. A 2-0 win away from home would be absolutely perfect. So hopefully a professional performance and one where you can just be happy coming away with it.
Perfect. Go on then, Judge. You've been watching Millwall. They haven't. Are they underestimating you?
Not necessarily. I think West Brom are the favourites. I think they'll be disappointed if they didn't come to the Den and get all 3 points. I think we'll make it tough for them. And listen, I'm always the optimist, especially at home. So I just feel like we're going to nick it. 1-0, Michael Bafemi to get the goal.
Nice one. All right. Thanks for joining us, George. I'll just catch you Albion Lights for a second. Good luck, George. Thank you for joining us on this view. Just before I let you both go, we've been talking about club versus country this week on Terrace Talk, with obviously England being back in actions and lots of Euros talk. Can I ask you both where your heart lies in relation to West Brom versus England? Would you sooner see West Brom promoted this season or England win the Euros if you could only have one of them happening? Aaron?
It's a tough question. It is really. I mean, a lot of different teams will look at that from a perspective and probably say, they want their club to be promoted over England winning the Euros. But as a West Brom fan, in my lifetime, I've always seen us have a bit of success and a bit of, we've always been up and around there, if we're not already in the Premier League. So I'm not saying I'm bored of Premier League by any means, by any means, but England, I've never seen England win anything. And I've seen West Brom have a bit of success. So I would probably say England to win the Euros, but I'm still saying club over country. I mean, it's a difficult conversation to have because at the moment I can't get excited watching England. I don't think I've watched the England game other than obviously the competitions like Euros and World Cup whatnot. But friendlies, I just can't seem to get behind watching them. There's no desire or there's no passion and there's no I just can't watch Southgate football. It's just terrible to watch. I'm sorry to say, but it just is. I'm sure 99% of the English population would agree with me, but it's just when you watch a Carlos Corberán start to play, you just can't. You don't want to pan away from that at all. So I mean, if Corberán wants to become England manager, then fair play to him. But no, I'd rather see England win the Euro just for the pure pleasure of England winning something for once.
Dan?
To be fair, yeah, I'm sort of the same. But I've said for weeks and weeks now that if we was to go up, we're not ready yet, so we'd come straight back down. So in this case, yeah, I think I would rather see England win the Euros. Because the furthest I've seen us go is obviously the final against Italy, which I'm still heartbroken about. But yeah, it probably would be nice to see England actually win something in my lifetime. But I am still club over country.
All right, nice one, fellas. Thank you very much for this week. Thank you for watching. If you're a West Brom fan that hasn't yet subscribed to us, you know what to do. Please press the subscribe button and don't forget to like the video and comment as well. It helps these two get through the next 6 weeks as we support them in their march back to the Premier League. And we'd love to see yearly battles with Wolves because, that was a really tasty one, that one. I enjoyed watching that. See you both next week and we'll review it all. Thanks so much, both.
Cheers, Mark. See you next week.